Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, you're welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell as well. Thank you so much. So in my last update about This Is Fate, Rohit, that is a waiter from the hotel that actually was murdered, came to testify against Sherlyn at the court, but Sherlyn managed to transfer the blame on Megha. That was our last update. Let's continue from there. Sherlyn says that she met Akshay at the hotel because she found out that Akshay was blackmailing Kritika because Akshay had some photos and videos of Kritika, and Sherlyn apologized to Kritika, saying that she saw Kritika's phone in which it was written that Akshay would make the videos go viral if Kritika doesn't give him money, and Sherlyn explains to the Luthras that everyone knew about Akshay blackmailing Kritika, but they did not know that she was helping Kritika. Sherlyn says that she doesn't know how to express her love, so that was why she was not able to tell anyone. But she kept on meeting Megha, and finally, she got the proof from Megha that Karan is innocent. Mahira thinks that Sherlyn is really clever because Sherlyn has now ruined the entire plan of Preeta, and Sherlyn has also become the best daughter-in-law of the family. Sherlyn once again says to the court that she met Megha just to protect her family because Megha was also blackmailing her with the photos of Kritika, and after she met Megha, she finally got what she wanted and she knows that Karan is innocent. The judge asked that why did Sherlyn not say anything when Preeta was blaming her. Sherlyn responds that she is aware that the court doesn't believe on emotions and she did not have any proof, and she thought that she would reveal everything to the family immediately she get the video, but she did not think that she would have to save herself while trying to protect Karan. Sherlyn shows her phone and says that there is a video in her phone in which Megha explains the reason she murdered Akshay. Sherlyn says that the video took some time to get, but in the video, Megha confessed that the reason she murdered Akshay was because she could not bear seeing Akshay with another person. Megha wonders that when did she say such things to Sherlyn, and Sherlyn shows the judge the proof. Megha thinks that when did she say such things, and she only said everything she said just to scare Sherlyn. Sherlyn asks the judge to give his decision after considering the fact that Karan has a whole life ahead of him, and Sherlyn goes to sit back on the seat. The judge gives verdict against Megha by ordering the police to arrest her on the charges of blackmailing and murder, and they should release Karan because he is proven innocent. Megha tries to plead her innocence, saying that Sherlyn is telling everyone lies and whatever Preeta said was the truth, but no one listened to Megha. The doorbell rings and Girish walks to open the door, but Grandma stops Girish and orders him to bring the tally. Grandma in excitement opens the door and finds Karan standing there. Both Grandma and Karan hug each other, but then Grandma started performing the arty. Mahesh asks that why is Grandma performing the arty, because Karan is not going on a fight. Grandma says that she is performing the arty to welcome Karan, and everyone comes inside and Karan started meeting everyone. Grandma says that she is happy that Karan was able to come back home, and Karina asked Grandma to also praise Sherlyn because Karan was free because of Sherlyn. Grandma says that but Kritika told her some other story that it was Preeta that was trying to free Karan, and Karina says that Kritika was right, but Preeta was not able to find the proof, and it was Sherlyn that got the proof while making the excuse of going to the doctor. Grandma immediately praises Sherlyn and says that Sherlyn has proven to be a good daughter of the house for saving Karan. Sherlyn comes in front of Preeta and says that there is no need for Preeta to apologize because she knows that there is tension and Preeta is worried right now. Karina scolded Preeta, saying that Preeta should at least have some sense of shame, and Preeta must now apologize to Sherlyn. Grandma also asked Preeta to apologize if she had made a mistake, and Raki also advised Preeta to remove all the hatred that she has for Sherlyn because it is just a small misunderstanding. Karina, however, scolded Preeta, and Preeta apologized to Sherlyn, saying that she doesn't have any problem with apologizing. Shruti was not able to bear this, and Shruti angrily leaves from there to the Aurora house. Grandma asks everyone to leave and take some rest because they must be tired, and Preeta tries to leave, but Sherlyn stops Preeta. Shruti enters the Aurora house, and Janki was worried and she asks that what happened because now Karan is released. Shruti says that Preeta tried her best to help Karan, but Preeta was not able to, and it was Sherlyn that brought the proof that Megha murdered Akshay, and thereby saving herself, and that is why she is angry. Sherlyn asks that what is Preeta thinking about, and Sherlyn wants Preeta never to try and blame her again because she can easily snatch anyone that doesn't want her to leave, just the way she snatched the position of the favorite daughter-in-law from Preeta. Preeta answers Sherlyn and says that she knows that Sherlyn was the real murderer, and Sherlyn accepted and says that she was there when Akshay was murdered, but it was all an accident. And Sherlyn says that she went to meet Akshay because Akshay was blackmailing her with Kritika's photos. And Preeta was even right, because the number that Akshay saved as background number 3 was none other than her number. Preeta replies Sherlyn that Sherlyn is lying again, and she knows that Akshay was blackmailing Sherlyn because of Sherlyn's pregnancy report, and Sherlyn was shocked. Preeta says that she saw Sherlyn's pregnancy report in Akshay's house, so all that she has to do now is to find out the reason why Akshay was blackmailing Sherlyn with her pregnancy report, and she will reveal the entire truth to the Luthra family very soon. Sherlyn wants Preeta to step back because she just snatched the position of the favorite daughter-in-law from her, but she can also ruin her life. Preeta was not scared by Sherlyn's threat, and Preeta leaves saying that she will find out the proof against Sherlyn soon. Sherlyn was worried because of what Preeta said, but Sherlyn decided to call Prithvi and Mahira to her room because she needs to teach the two of them lesson for not helping her. In the Arora house, Janki takes up the telephone and Shruti asks that who is Janki calling. Janki calls Preeta and apologizes to Preeta, explaining that she was not able to come to the court hearing. Preeta says that there is no need to worry about anything because Karan is back with them now, and Preeta ends the call as Karan came into the room. Janki says to Shruti that she thought that Preeta was silent, and Shruti says that Preeta will say that since her husband has come back, then there is nothing to worry about, and Shruti leaves the room. Janki says to herself that ever since Sherlyn came into their lives, then they have not been able to live happily. Karan asks that Preeta has changed a lot because Preeta doesn't used to end the call whenever he is coming before. Karan sits on the couch and Preeta asks that what is Karan doing because that is where she will sleep on. Karan says that the couch is really a nice couch and they both can sleep together on it. Preeta was worried and Karan asked Preeta to sit with him. Preeta sits placing her hand over Karan's hand and they both get nervous, and after looking at each other's eyes, Preeta takes back her hand. Karan remembered how Preeta hugged him when he was finally evicted of the charges, and both Karan and Preeta slowly moves their small finger closer to each other before finally locking it, and they were both constantly smiling at each other, looking into each other's eyes. Karan sits up against Preeta and Karan kissed Preeta's forehead. Karan says that he knew that Preeta is worried after what happened in the court. Preeta, however, says that she is not jealous of Sherlyn because she is not in any competition with Sherlyn, but there is only one problem because they both know the truth about Sherlyn, but Sherlyn always managed to save herself while blaming others, and both Karan and Preeta get worried. Sherlyn was sitting in her room and Mahira and Prithvi both comes there asking if Sherlyn called them. Sherlyn asks that what has happened because the two of them came to her room after receiving just one text message from her. Prithvi and Mahira says that they are happy because Sherlyn has come back safely, but Sherlyn wants them not to be nice with her because Prithvi did not even think of her when she was asking him for help. Mahira, seeing the opportunity, also says that she saw Sherlyn requesting for help from Prithvi, but Prithvi declined. Prithvi wants Mahira not to interfere in their matters because she has no right, and Mahira responds that she is Sherlyn's friend, but Sherlyn stops Mahira and says that she is no longer Mahira's friend because Mahira did not also help her. Mahira explains herself and then she apologizes. Then Prithvi comes in front of Sherlyn and explains that if he had helped Sherlyn, then Sherlyn would not have been able to bring Karan back and become the best daughter-in-law of the Luthra house. Prithvi explains to Sherlyn that he did not help Sherlyn because he knows that if he helped Sherlyn, then Sherlyn would not have given her best. Sherlyn, however, pushes Prithvi away, saying that his tricks will not work on her, so Prithvi must not think of her. Prithvi and Mahira both try to explain themselves, but Sherlyn explains that she will not also be there for them whenever they need her help the most, and both Prithvi and Mahira were worried. Raki enters the room asking that what has happened. Sherlyn quickly says that both Prithvi and Mahira were worried about her health, so they came to ask about her if she is fine. Raki gave Sherlyn a glass of milk. Sherlyn says that she is feeling tired now, so she needs to rest. Prithvi turns to leave, and Sherlyn asks if he has to talk about something to her, but Prithvi leaves. Sherlyn closed the door and thinks that now everyone would have to prove their loyalty to her because her status is now above Preeta's status in the house, and she have to maintain that. In the morning, Preeta wakes up and she sits up on the sofa. Karan also wakes up, and Karan says that this might have been the first time that he has seen Preeta's face after waking up. Preeta also says the same thing, but Karan says that Preeta is lying because Preeta always stares at him. Preeta started laughing, saying that it is a joke, but Karan forced Preeta to accept that she used to stare at him, and Preeta then thinks of leaving to prepare the breakfast because everyone will be waiting. But Karan pulls Preeta towards him, demanding that Preeta should stay with him because he is really missing her. Mahira, seeing Karan and Preeta together, thinks that she is only staying in the Luthra house because of Karan, but Karan doesn't even look at her. And Mahira thinks that she would have to make sure that Preeta suffers, and only then would Karan give her the attention that she deserves. Mahira was sitting on the table. Prithvi comes with a black coffee and offers Mahira some coffee, but Mahira refused. Prithvi asks that what has happened, and Mahira says that she is worried because Sherlyn is mad with them, but Prithvi assures Mahira that he knows how to calm Sherlyn down. Karina comes to the parlor and asks that where is everyone else. Mahesh along with Grandma enters from the front door, saying that they were just outside fulfilling the vitamin D policy. But Grandma scolds Mahesh, explaining that she only went outside because of Mahesh. Grandma shouted at Girish and scolding him for not preparing the table, and Girish brings the food and even apologizes. Raki, however, explains that she will serve everyone because they made some extra dishes on Preeta's request. Preeta comes there saying that she thought to make all the dishes that everyone likes because Karan has come back. Kritika jokes saying that Preeta would have surely made apples in the breakfast, and Karan turned Kritika, explaining that apples only grows on the trees. Kritika was worried and she started eating Karan, and she even complains to Mahesh, but Grandma orders them to focus on the breakfast. In the Aura house, Saula was massaging her head because she was suffering from extreme pain. Janki asks that why did Saula come out because she was about to bring her breakfast in her room, and Saula says that she was not feeling comfortable in the room, so that was why she came out. Shriti also comes there and seeing her mother, Shriti was worried, and Janki says that Saula doesn't even listen to them. Shriti decided to call Preeta, but Saula stops Shriti and assures her that her pain will go away in a day or two because she is only suffering from high blood pressure. Shriti was not convinced, and so Shriti agrees not to call Preeta only if Saula goes with them to the hospital and they have a complete medical checkup. Raki makes Sherlyn sit. Prithvi says that it is really good to see the love that exists between Raki and Sherlyn. Grandma says that the love between Raki and Sherlyn is not the love of a mother-in-law, but that of a grandmother, because Raki is really excited to be a grandmother. Raki says that she will really be more happy if Sherlyn gives birth to a baby girl, and Karina announced that she feels that they should get Prithvi and Kritika married after 3 days because Karan has come back after a long time, and even Rishabh is coming back, and since most of the issues is going to be resolved. Raki gave a suggestion saying that they should perform Sherlyn's baby shower for her pregnancy after 2 days. Karina agrees, saying that there is no need to seek her approval because it is a matter of joy. Karan was angry and he leaves from there, saying that he will leave for the cricket practice. Prithvi also leaves, saying that he needs to leave for the office and he doesn't even have anything for breakfast. Raki asks Preeta to invite Saula for the baby shower ceremony, saying that they will not listen to any excuses. Mahira thinks that Raki is inviting everybody, but Raki has forgotten about her, so she feels that her life is being destroyed in the Luthra house. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, share it, comment, and please subscribe to this channel. And I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.